Okay, we're live. Wow, it's been a while since I've done anything live. I think maybe a few weeks. And this is more actually out of laziness here going live with this Garmin Instinct unboxing. So I just kind of didn't want to take the time to frame all my shots and do something a little bit more higher production and then upload that here today, because I'm still in the middle of doing my Garmin Vivosmart 4 review, which I'm hoping to drop here this weekend. So hopefully tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, the Garmin Vivosmart 4 review will drop. And I'm pretty much done with the review. I'm just putting the video and editing together, so that takes some time. But I do have here the Garmin Instinct. And so this is, of course, Garmin's latest offering. And this is, kind of like the baby Garmin Fenix 5, or you could call it a more rugged version of the Garmin Vivoactive 3. There's lots of comparisons that have been made between this watch, and it's somewhere in between. It's somewhere in between that Garmin Vivoactive 3 and the Fenix 5. And so kind of a cool watch. It's been a polarizing design because I know a lot have not been happy about the monochrome display. There's been several that have said, this feels like a step backwards for Garmin, so they're not interested. But with that monochrome display, which is not touchscreen, you are, having a button configuration here. You are going to get up to 16 hours worth of GPS battery life. And up to 14 days just using it as a watch. So you're going to get tremendous battery life from this. It's going to be a great watch if you're doing extended all-day hikes, marathons, triathlon events, all of that kind of stuff. This is going to be a great option for those of you into that kind of, workouts or exercise. So I'm just going to go ahead and do just kind of a quick unboxing. I don't know a lot about this device. I haven't done a ton of research yet, obviously, but I am going to be unboxing this, going to be connecting it with my Garmin account and begin reviewing it here over the next 10 days. And so I'll have a review for you here within the next couple of weeks, hopefully. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look and see inside. So again, I don't have one camera here, so I'll just open this up on camera as best as I can. Let's find the open spot. Okay, here at the top. So Garmin doesn't have an unboxing experience like Fitbit and Apple, but it's a box, so who cares? So, okay, as soon as you open it up, this is what you're getting. You just open up the box there, and you're getting that. And then, of course, that sticker is just to kind of show you what the watch face will look like. That sticker comes off, and then that's the actual display. So you can see there, you're getting a pretty small display. There is a large bevel around there. And it says here, light, up, down, Garmin on the bottom, and then back. So it's just kind of like helping you. And then you've got like a little information and text around to kind of tell you what the buttons do. So you're probably not going to be able to see that on camera. Maybe you will, if the camera can focus. But that's what you're getting there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. And I would say that, oh, I'm already turning it on by accident here. I would say that in terms of sizing, this is not too bad. It's a little bit bigger than, I already got the heart rate sensor going here too for you guys. So you can see here, Garmin Elevate sensor activated on the back. You can see here it's in setup mode, so it's asking me for language information there. But in terms of sizing, it's pretty thick. So we're coming in not quite at Fenix 5 thickness, but getting close. But in terms of actual size, we're nowhere close to the Fenix 5, like, roundness. It would be a little bit bigger than the Vivoactive 3, but not near as big as the Fenix 5. So it's kind of a good halfway point. And actually, I will say that this feels, just touching this here, it doesn't feel quite as cheap as the Vivoactive 3. For those of you that are familiar with the Vivoactive 3, just even the metal like plating on it and the plastics on it feel kind of like that brittle, cheap plastic. This doesn't feel like that. The plastics on this feel like the plastics that come on the Fenix 5, where you're getting that polycarbonate, like really good rubberized plastics that are heavy, can stand up to a little bit more shock and some durability there. I'm definitely getting that kind of vibe and feel from this watch. Now, one thing that I think I was wrong on is I was under the impression that these watch straps here were quick disconnect, but I'm not seeing, at a first look here, quick disconnect watch straps. What I am seeing are little pins, and you won't be able to see it, but little pins inside these little slots on either side, and you know, to remove these watch straps. So they're definitely replaceable watch straps, but we're not getting the quick disconnect watch straps that I thought we were going to get from this. Now, in terms of charging, we are getting the same exact charging port that is on the Fenix 5. This is a charging port that's been used by Garmin on a wide variety of devices, and I think it's actually the same one that's been used on the Fenix, or I'm sorry, the Vivoactive 3 as well. So you can see one end here is just standard USB, and then the other end is this little socket here that just plugs right into the back of the watch itself, just like that. So you can't wear the watch, obviously, when you're charging it. Not that you're going to be charging it that much. 14 days battery life, so you're going to be charging this, you know, maybe a couple times a month, and that's it. In terms of the button feel, let's see here if I can scroll through anything here. Pair with phone. I don't want to do that just yet. Okay. Well, let's see here. Maybe I do want to do that now, huh? Okay. Well, I'm not trying to set this up in real time here with you guys, but it's kind of leaving me no choice. So it's prompting me to go to my Garmin application in order to set this up for the rest of it. So, which I'm not going to do here. But yeah, just in terms of looks and feel, you know, it's pretty nice. I'll put this next to my Apple Watch, and you'll see here it's not as big as you would think. So you can see next to the Apple Watch there, it's, you know, it's a little bit bigger than the Apple Watch in terms of thickness and size, but not much. So I'm pretty pleased with what I see there. So yeah, that's basically my first impressions. I'm cautiously optimistic and surprised at the quality that I'm feeling here in the hand. And I guess the reason why maybe I'm a little bit pessimistic is because I just got done reviewing the Vivo Smart 4, and it's not going to be a good review. The body battery feature on it is awesome, and I really want to see Garmin put that feature on every other device that they have out. So we'll talk more about that in my final review here in the next couple of days. But in terms of the actual like heart rate sensor on that, the new heart rate sensor on the Vivo Smart 4, and how it performed in a wide variety of different exercises, I was pretty disappointed. So we'll talk about that in the review. But this, I'm cautiously optimistic about. We do have kind of that Garmin Elevate sensor. It's a proven sensor at this point. We're getting a really good quality device. Again, it does have kind of a baby Fenix feel, and just seems like it's going to be a rugged device. Now, Garmin hasn't really said what the screen is. They've just said that it's like a strengthened tempered glass. So they're not saying that it's Gorilla Glass 3 or anything like that. They're just saying it's a strengthened tempered glass. So I don't know if Garmin has some sort of proprietary, you know, glass that they're putting in on this thing in order to make it a little bit more durable, a little bit more scratch resistant or crack resistant or something like that. But it is an actual glass display as opposed to a plastic display that you would get on, you know, some of the cheaper Forerunner watches. Well, cheaper, but they're still, you know, hundreds of dollars, but you're getting a plastic display that's been kind of disappointing. Or on some of the older model Vivoactives, like the original Vivo or the Vivoactive, the original Vivoactive, the Vivoactive HR, those both had plastic displays. This is glass. So this is some sort of tempered strengthened glass. So yeah, all in all, I'm pleased with what I see here. Definitely a hardy, durable, well-built device. And it kind of almost reminds me, just in terms of what it looks like, you know, those old Casio or, you know, or Iron, what were they called? The Iron Man watches. I don't know. I think that's what they're called, the Iron Man watches. This kind of gives me that same vibe. You know, only it's a digital equivalent. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, somebody's asking about the Polar Vantage V. I will be getting that in. I will be reviewing that. That's one I want to target probably right after I do this, because I know that's one that everybody's interested in, and I know that everybody's going to want to kind of make a decision before maybe the Christmas holiday season as to what watches they should buy. If they should buy this, the Apple Watch, the Polar Vantage, one of the Polar Vantage watches. So I will be reviewing the Polar Vantage V, so stay tuned for that as well. I'll be getting that in at some point. The one that I will not be getting in because there's not an international version yet is going to be the new Amazfit, Xiaomi Amazfit watch. But that's kind of more of a smartwatch too than it is a fitness tracker, and a lot of you have already kind of picked up on that and caught on that. That if you want kind of the true Amazfit GPS watch, sports watch, you should kind of just still go with the Amazfit Stratos, and that's probably going to be true with this new release of their latest watch. It is going to be more of a smartwatch than a sports watch, so that's something to consider. Galaxy Watch, man, I've had, yeah, thanks. Pepper544 is asking about the Galaxy Watch. I've had so many people asking me about that Galaxy Watch. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to get that one in for a couple of reasons. One, my supplier, I can't afford to buy every product, you know, on this channel, so I have to rely on suppliers to supply me with some product to review. And the Galaxy Watch is one that my supplier, none of the suppliers that I'm working with have access to that watch. They don't have Samsung products. So I'm not going to get that one in. So I apologize about that. That being said, the great thing here about me being here on YouTube is that there's plenty of other YouTubers that I can personally recommend. You know, yes, there's some competitiveness between like what I do and what some of these other guys do, but I would recommend you guys check out DC Rainmaker. Fantastic reviewer. He doesn't get into, you know, some of the strength training stuff that I do, but he does do a really good job of vetting, you know, the devices that he reviews. So you guys should check out DC Rainmaker. You should also check out DesFit. DesFit is another up and comer. He's going to be crushing it here on YouTube. His reviews are just really well polished, and he does a fantastic job. So you should check out his reviews as well. And then you should check out kind of the original fitness guy here on this channel or on YouTube, and that's Jeff Rizzo over at the Riznos channel. So I've had the chance to meet Jeff at CES a couple years ago. He's a cool dude, and you guys should check his channel out as well. So there's kind of 4 of us that I would, you know, recommend. If there's anything that I'm never reviewing, you know, the Riznos channel or DC Rainmaker or DesFit, one of those guys will probably review it. And if there's anything they're not reviewing, you know, then I'm probably going to review it. So that's the great thing about this YouTube space, is that there's 4 of us here doing this. And so one of us is bound to review it. And all 4 of us, I think are pretty trustworthy. Like, we're not selling out, you know, to just peddle products that we don't actually believe in. So we're all guys of integrity and making sure that we're only, you know, we're telling you guys the truth. We're not afraid to burn bridges. You know, Garmin is like one of those things where this watch seems pretty impressive right now, but I'll tell you the truth when I go to review it. And I'm getting ready to drop a Garmin review here in the next couple of days. That's going to not be very flattering. It's, you know, the Vivoactive 4 is not a device that I can recommend, and I'll tell you all the reasons why. So, yeah. Flossie, I don't know who Flossie is. I'll have to check him out if that's another YouTube channel. So yeah, so I'm just checking out my comments here in real time, but yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm impressed with this watch here so far. Just the feel in the hand, the build quality. The screen is actually less what's the word I'm looking for? Pixelated. I guess I thought maybe with a monochrome display that the screen would be really pixelated. I've already got fingerprints all over it, but I don't know if you can see very clearly if the camera will focus in on it or not, but the screen is not pixelated. The screen is very clear and crisp. And so it doesn't have that you know, old 1995 Casio pixelated kind of look. It's sharper than that. Even being monochrome, it just has a sharpness to it, which I appreciate. So it appears to be a really great device, just, you know, here spending 5 minutes with it. So I'm excited to really dive in on this review here the next couple of days. So that's pretty much it. Feel free to ask questions even after this video, and I'll check out the comments here over the next couple of hours and try to respond to any comments that come in. look for the Vivo Smart 4 review here in the next couple of days. And yeah, you can always put suggestions on other products that you want me to review, and I'll always, give it my best attempt to check them out and review them. But I've only got 2 wrists, so I can only review so many products, and I don't get access to everything either. So I've just kind of given up trying to review everything, because when I do that, I can't do it well. So I'm just going to kind of pick and choose the products that that I personally am kind of interested in, that you guys are personally interested in, try to get access to them as best as I can, and then do a really good review for you guys. So, all right, that's about it. You guys have is Mio out of the game? Yes. DC Rainmaker on his channel recently did kind of this keynote address. It was like 45 minutes long, and he was talking about kind of some of those that have gotten out of the game, and those wearable makers that have failed, and Mio is one of them, unfortunately. So Mio is pretty much out of the game. They haven't released anything in a couple of years now. Ever since, I think, the Slice, I think, was their last one, and that was kind of an abysmal product. It was just Mio. I mean, I released a bad review of the Slice. Mio reached out to me and was like, please reconsider your review. Let's send you another product. We think you got a dud. So they sent me out another product. I reviewed that. It was trash. So I told Mio, I'm sorry, the original review stands. And that seemed to be the experience with a lot of people. It just didn't hold up over time. It didn't hold up for me right away. And so Mio, unfortunately, just really went down the tube fast, which was unfortunate because, man, they had some good devices. Like when I first got started doing this in 2014, Mio was killing it. They had the Alpha 2 was a great GPS, just a hardy, cool. It was a chunky, big watch, but it was an amazing watch. The Mio Fuse, I loved the Mio Fuse. That was a great fitness tracker. Had a fantastic heart rate sensor on it that was designed by Balancell. So Mio just had some great products that were out there very early on in the game, and I don't know what happened with them, but they just did not survive. They haven't released anything here in a couple of years, and so when anybody hasn't released something in a couple of years, you can safely assume that they're pretty much out of the game at that point. Especially when you've got guys like Fitbit and Garmin releasing a new product like every other month, right? It's like how many there's probably like 6 new Fitbits or 6 new Garmins over the course of the last year and a half. They're dropping something every 2 or 3 months, something brand new. So yeah, when you're not doing that, you're not really in the game anymore. Unless you're a real big boy like Apple and you're maybe dropping, your new Apple Watch every year. But barring something like that, yeah, Mio's out of the game. So sad to see them go. But that's about it. I've been kind of droning on now. I can see on my screen here for 17 minutes. So yeah, this review here for this will drop here in probably about 10 to 14 days from now. Just out of the box, my first impressions are really positive about this, so I'm excited to dig in. So hey guys, thanks for watching. My name is Eric, and I'm the Techie Agent. We'll catch you next time.